Excited to be here with you today. You've already heard from digital disruptors like Calm and Cameo, and you might be surprised that Frito-Lay is included in the same conversation. In my role at Frito-Lay, I have the responsibility for direct e-commerce, which is like running a startup in the scaled organization. I learned about the scale early in my career when I ran a route for Frito-Lay and serviced my many customers with our broad portfolio of products. Now, what energizes me is the position I'm in today, where I get to be connected to our always everywhere strategy through digital capabilities, innovation, and fun and challenging work. You're probably aware of the scale of our beloved brands, with over 94% household penetration and a team of 66,000 employees to bring our favorite snacks to our consumers. And to achieve this scale, we go to market in different ways to meet consumer demand, servicing large grocery stores to working with new e-commerce startups, all in an effort to achieve our vision of being always everywhere. And to achieve that Frito-Lay vision, we need to continue to advance our e-commerce agenda and the supporting value chain. I'm responsible for our B2B direct e-commerce, which is Snacks to You, and our recently launched B2C e-commerce, which is snacks.com. Our Snacks to You, it services a broad range of small business customers, mom and pop convenience stores, gas stations, small groceries, and even some restaurants. We want to be everywhere there's a register, everywhere where our consumers want to buy product. And those accounts might not always meet some distributor minimums. So, like Snacks to You gives them the ability to order from a broad portfolio of products, and then also have low order minimums, which we ship directly to their store. We started our direct commerce business by servicing these customers from our scaled supply chain. It worked to get us started and to where we are today, but it wasn't optimized for a robust e-commerce agenda. So as you can imagine, we wanted to be fast, we wanted to be nimble, we wanted to be unconstrained with capacity or SKUs, and we wanted to be that first priority to get directly to our customers, our small business customers. So we had to simplify. And in the pandemic, we actually had to accelerate that challenge. So what we did is we went from 26 distribution centers servicing our e-commerce business to six fulfillment centers within 8 months of COVID. Now we have these dedicated fulfillment sites. So it gives us the ability to really expand assortment. We went from about 150 items to last I checked, we were right around 300 of your favorite snacks, picked in the exact quantities that our customers require. It wasn't an easy task, but what made it work, having a good partnership with our supply chain partners, being transparent with our challenges, and using performance metrics to continuously improve. And so while we were simplifying our supply chain, our value chain, we accelerated our direct-to-consumer agenda. With the pandemic, we saw our consumers struggling to find comfort with their new normal, and our products brought them some familiarity, some comfort. So speed was the key. How do we open our portfolio of our Snacks to You business, which I said was right around 300 SKUs? How do we open up that portfolio to deliver directly to our residential consumers? So we started small. We launched a simple e-store with a minimum viable product. Of course, we ran into a few hiccups, but we listened to our consumers. The launch of the e-store had consumers asking via social media or directly into our consumer affairs line, where can I find things like sought after items like barbecue Fritos or lightly salted Lays? So our consumers were looking for better snacking options. They wanted us to continue to expand into like things like off the eaten path, Stacy's, and some of our other better options, better snacking options in our portfolio. So we set out on a journey to build this direct to consumer relationship and build this startup within Frito-Lay. We got closer to our consumers, listening through data, testing through some of the features we'd put on the e-store, and continuing to evolve our offering over the last 12 months. Because we just launched this. We launched May 11th of 2020, and we just celebrated 1 year. And key to that enablement was working with our cross-functional partners, establishing a robust roadmap, and then like communicating that to all our stakeholders, but continuing to bring others along in our journey. With this new one-to-one relationship with our consumers, we were able to do things like test new capability and new features, especially with our dedicated supply chain. We finally got the ability to address a popular demand from consumers where they asked, how do I customize my variety pack? Consumers have been asking for it for years. And with over 80 variety packs in retail, consumers still wanted more. They wanted that personalization. And I know, like in my house, I have two boys, 12-year-old and a 9-year-old. The 12-year-old loves his Funyuns. The 9-year-old loves his Doritos. And there wasn't a good pack that just offered those two items, or my favorite, Fritos, where we just wanted those, the exact match. So consumers continue to have that, and then it also provided us good data on what consumers were asking for. So our research unearthed a couple things, unique combinations. So we saw dill pickle lays, salt and vinegar lays, and Funyuns, a high combo and a high penetration amongst these make your own variety packs. And oddly enough, we saw that it wasn't a goal that we set out to achieve, but we saw that consumers were having fun and having a social and emotional experience with the entire family. They'd get around the computer or get around the iPhone and pick out what their favorites were, debating which one was the best snack. So we learned so much from our consumers in just this short time that we've been up and running, and the short time we ran this make your own variety pack test. And so what we've continued to work on, flexing the supply chain, making it so that it addresses the e-commerce needs, faster order to delivery, more SKUs, new items, to get to a place where we could potentially launch exclusive products to consumers. We have data integrations like site analytics, social listening, and CRM data to understand what the consumers need. When we were testing Variety Pack, we actually saw consumers who were coming to the site who kept ordering and creating new items, but not necessarily progressing on the order. We were able to see what they were doing, why they weren't getting to a submitted order, or seeing what permutations they developed before they got to a submitted order. So fascinating information that we were able to come up with. And what it did was it enabled us to focus our digital capacity and focus, where we were going to make investments in the future. So we really started to hone our mission on what consumers were looking for with a D2C strategy, that convenience, the differentiation, and where we can offer them brand fandom in new and exciting things. And so, like I said, you might not have thought Frito-Lay was a digital disruptor, but here we are, these big brands, these household penetrations, and we're operating like a startup within this scaled organization to bring more value to our consumers and to bring them the brands that they love. Thank you for your time.